Good evening, and this is Mzalendo. Once again, welcome to Africa 24. And today I've got a lot of stories that are happening here in the US, including the presidential tour and the development on the floods and more about the political stories. But first, here are the highlights in Africa. Well, good evening, viewers. Welcome to Africa Political Analysis in 60 minutes. Let's dive into the recent developments surrounding the President William Ruto, the Deputy Gachagua, in this trip that has got a lot of controversy, a lot you've seen flying in the media, including this entourage who was actually in Ruto's trip. Of course, the cost of Ruto's trip, the Kenyan government has defended the cost of President William Ruto's trip in the US. The price of hiring the luxurious jet in which he and his delegation travel is estimated at a cost of $1.5 million. That is approximately 1.2 million pounds. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a third world country. They ought to know their priorities or get their priorities right. If we don't have a jet to fly the president, then they need to buy one ASAP. Because what I know is that the official presidential jet was bought almost 30 years ago. Maybe it's not in very, very good condition. However, there are some uproar over the expenses, especially from Kenyans. And again, the cost of living is very, very high in Kenya. And when you see these luxurious jets being hired by the Kenyan delegation, then it tells you a lot of what to expect in this government. The benefits and criticism, Isaac Maura emphasized that the benefits of the visit of the president outweighs the expenditure that people are tagging on the jets. More than that, 30 people, including popular comedians, accompanied the president in the historical trip. I wonder who this comedian was. But I think most of I saw a blogger, that is for sure. Pauline Njoroge was among those people who are with the president. Uh, although they are trying to really refuse that, but it's just a matter of time that she declares that she's officially joining the Kenya Kwanza government. Just a matter of time. Maybe just a matter of hours, or maybe she'll just keep quiet and you will see in a subsequent post. Now, another interesting bit is the presence of the Azimio governor or ODM governor Gladys Wanga, who joined the delegation. That has also raised a lot of eyebrows. Why and he has joined the delegation of the president, and of course, looking for investors to come and invest in our county. Was this? Did she get the blessings of the Azimio leader? We will discover that in our subsequent discussions. Most importantly, if you are in the comment section, please leave a comment, leave a question. I'll try and answer it in the best of my knowledge. And let us discuss our country, because it is important that we have this discussion each and every time. Sometimes when we talk like this, so many things do improve in our country. So we don't keep quiet. Be the whistleblower, raise the alarm, make some noise about it until we get things in order in our counties and in our national government. Welcome to the show once again, and stay tuned to Afrique. If you've not subscribed on Afrique 24, I would want you to take your time and subscribe to this particular channel. One important thing is that leave a comment so that we can be engaged each and every time you watch Afrique. Thank you for those who have been subscribing to Afrique 24. We don't take you for granted. We really appreciate your effort, and very, very soon you will get a gift offer from Afrique. Now let us look at the issues that are arising in this particular trip. First, on the highlights, you saw a very good picture of the lady there, the beautiful lady there she's called Pauline Njoroge. Pauline Njoroge is one of the bloggers for Azimio, and she's been a very good critic of the government of the day. Each and every time she has been criticizing the government of William Samoei Ruto. And her latest tweets, she says a lot that she has moved on, and praising the president on this particular occasion. And in so many instances, we have seen on our page posting pictures that she's in the White House. First, you viewers, you need to be aware that for you to go to visit State House, it's open, yes, but you have to book 3 months in advance. 3 months in advance. You cannot just land and go into the State House. You go to the White House. So the White House in Washington, D.C., you have to book 3 months in advance. That bit of the story you are not being told. And they have to do a security background check on you before you visit that particular place. And most, I want viewers to know that it is likely likely or possible that she had already passed the background test prior to the visiting the US. So that delegation was well met, was well informed, and they got clearance from the US government. Now, the other lady, she is the Homa Bay governor. Her name is Gladys Wanga. Gladys Wanga has also been a very, very, very bad critic of the government from a previous listen.
Ukimjibu kwa njia ya matusi. Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta said a simple thing, that he needs a fully functional government. And therefore, if you are no longer interested in working in that government, resign and give room for somebody else to be appointed as the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. And don't think we don't know what you are doing in the first government. Tunajua yale ambayo yalifanyikia our prime parastatals like Kenya Pipeline, where you put your people. What happened to Kenya Power, which is struggling up to date, where you put your people. We know what you did with Aurora and Kimwarere. Uhuru Kenyatta is a very patient man, but you tested his patience to the limit. The elastic limit broke. Kwa sababu hakuna rais ambaye anaweza taka wizi iendelee katika serikali yake. Nani kwa sababu ya hiyo wizi? William Ruto, we know what you did. You went around the country starting roads for political expediency, roads that did not have a budget. That's what you did to Uhuru Kenyatta's government. And therefore, I agree with Uhuru Kenyatta when he says that resign and give room to somebody else who can work for the people of Kenya. Huwezi kuwa wewe unaoga na maji ya serikali, unakula chakula ya serikali, unaingia magari ya serikali, chomba unatembea nayo ni ya serikali, pasi unapigiwa na stima ya serikali, watoto wako wanafanya ndani ya serikali, alafu unatusi hiyo serikali na Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Haiwezi kubalika. So we stand firm. And I've said this before to my brothers and sisters in Mount Kenya. Sisi mtu akikuza Raila Odinga hapa, tutapatana na yeye hapo na hapo. Omundu kwa mundu. Our brothers and sisters of Mount Kenya, stand up and defend your own son. Don't let your son be insulted. Don't let him be ridiculed. Even if not for him, for the institution of the presidency, protect Uhuru Kenyatta. Stand up for him. Don't stand with a man who is insulting your own man. There is nobody better than your own son. Nobody can be more generous than your own son. Don't be cheated.
Now, viewers, those are some of the things that you see in our political scene each and every time, and you really wonder whether these politicians are really serious with us. Those are some of the things that we see in our politics. Pen Nyagaka, thank you very much for joining the show. I wish you could join the show, and we have some good company this evening. That was one Gladys Wanga, and talking so badly about the president. But now they are in the US together, and thank you. Thank you, Hillary, for joining the show. Gladys Wanga is in the US together with one William Samoei Ruto. If you're not listened to the video I've just played, that tells you a lot about our politicians. Back in Homa Bay, the county is being looted. So much is lost, and people cannot get service delivery. The people of Homa Bay cannot get service delivery. But today, Madam Wanga is with the president. This tells you a lot about our politics moving forward. It tells you, one, that Raila is working with William Samoei Ruto. For no doubt, that is happening on the background. And that is probably the problem that is in Mount Kenya right now. We saw Rigiji coming out telling the people of Mount Kenya to really come out and support and unite. He really pleaded with Uhuru Kenyatta to come back and unite the people of Mount Kenya. And for the first time, Rigiji is acknowledging that there is a problem and he can't unite the mountain. Well, I'm joined by Hilary Godi. Hilary, please greet the viewers and tell us where you are and and
yes,
what are you
doing? Long time,
man.
Long time. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I am doing great, son of the soil.
Yeah, Thank you so much. I can see you are live at Afrique 24. Thank you so much, man. I've been away for a while, but thank God we're here. I'm doing well. I'm here in Canada, Ontario. It is getting hotter and hotter. Now getting out, it is also difficult, man.
It's very, how is the weather there? It's very, very hot.
Man, the sun is very, very crazy, man. For the last 2 days, you are outside there, you are sweating everywhere. But that's been good.
Anyway, here in Virginia is equally very, very hot, and we are today it was about 80 something, going to the 90s. So it's very, very hot. It's getting very, very hot and very, very uncomfortable. For somebody like me, I'm affected so much with the pollen. And when summertime comes, I hate it. I like the cold. I like being in the cold other than being in summer. I'm the complete opposite. Summer really affects my eyes. It affects my vision, it affects my driving. So it's quite uncomfortable for me during summer. And this tells you a lot about the country. You know, in our country, when you go to the countryside is when you experience a bit of pollen. But when you are in the city, you don't see the pollen, the pollination happening, simply because we have destroyed our environment. We don't have the trees anymore. But if you go in the village, you will see a lot of pollen moving up and down, and they might affect your eyes. So I have got that allergy, and it's not a good thing. But anyway, let's come back to the show, Hilary. And you have watched what is happening in the internet, what is happening on the space. I had a picture here of one famous blogger by the name, what's her name? Pauline Njoroge. I don't know whether you know her.
I know her. I know Pauline Njoroge. She has been a good good blogger for Azimio and for ODM for a long time. Or for Baba.
What do you think is happening there?
We are seeing, you know, these people are in political arena. It's so funny with them, Zalen. It's so funny with them. They are not permanent, and that's why they are saying there's no permanent enemy in politics. You know, now you can see Baba is going to State House is like home. You know, Baba is going to State House like home. So you see, he's telling us even what Njoroge is doing is okay. She's at work. She's at work. So she supports what she can, and she's doing what politicians does best. So I think she's just doing her job, and she's there. And we saw her coming with the president in US, and it's looking for the president. That is how it is. You know, it is no nothing much. We expect this. Even you today, the other time you are in Azimio, you have been supporting a lot of Baba. Now you are supporting Ruto. So it's okay. So it's not like a new game that Njoroge is playing. He has been critiquing Ruto, and we are now seeing he's working with Ruto. That is okay, because we think Baba was together with Ruto sometimes, They were not together. Now they are back again. So you see, this is how game is working. So it is us who are not understanding what is happening in political arena, and that's why sometimes we have issues, we have problems, we don't want to understand, we start to critique. So what Pauline is doing, I think, is a good thing for her because she's a blogger and she needs to be relevant. So according to me, she is good. She's relevant now with her stories and everything. And actually, Baba has been going to State House and working with the president of the day. So there's no big deal there.
But let me ask you, Hilary, you saw the other day in Migori, Uriri, where people like Nyamita, the Uriri governor, the confrontation that happened in that particular area. I believe you come from those areas. You saw what happened when Baba went there, and he really criticized those who were working with the government. But now, one of the governors is working directly with the government, and nobody is talking about it. Although they tried to push some letter out there that this governor was invited by the US government. I mean, that letters looked so fake. It looked so fake that perhaps they should have got the real letter from the United States government inviting the delegation to the US. Otherwise, it looked so fake. What do you think? What's your take on that?
Thank you so much for that question. I think what was happening in Uriri was so unfortunate, and it is something that should not happen again. And I think the action should be taken as quick as we know the problem. I want to say this: working with the president or working with the government of the day is not an issue. The issue is that do you obey the rules of the party? Do you follow the procedure of your party to work with the government, or you want to work with the government to show your party that even if they are not there, you can still work with them? And that's what we have seen is happening. The people who run to the government immediately after the election, it shows a lot. It shows how weak they are and everything. Everybody is now in the parliament. Everybody who is working as MP. In one way or the other, they work with the government because the government is the one who's paying them. At the end of the day. So anyway, they are in the committees to make sure that the government is working. So in any way, they work with the government, but they should not defile the procedure of the political party. They should not go against the political party. So Governor Wanga, I think working with the president, to me is okay because that's the president and she's governor. As much as governor of Homa Bay, there's a government, and this government, you need him or you need them in one way or the other. We saw what happened last time when Governor Wanga was holding it was called World Summit, and the President Ruto went there to open it up. So he cannot fail to do that. At the end of the day, he needs that government. Coming to the US as the president as a governor is something good because the Homa Bay people need the development. But this development, sometimes we see these foreigners and the people bring this development. So they are coming maybe to talk with the people that can bring investment in our county. That is a good thing, It doesn't mean that now she's not in ODM on everything. People should not overread this thing. And that's what Nyamita doesn't understand. Nyamita, Jalango, they name those people. They went to the government, they start criticizing the party that is doing what? That brought them to the parliament. That's where the problem comes in. You don't criticize the party. Don't show that this party is not doing anything. This party is the one that brought you in the parliament. So you need to follow the rules. You need to follow and actually Nyamita, do you remember that the whole team that went to the State House to see Ruto, Nyamita was not suspended. Why? Because Nyamita, as much as he was going to State House, he didn't do what? He didn't defile the DM's rules. But after this event that happened 2 weeks ago or last month, is when he was what? He got some disciplinary action because he was going against the party. So he's telling us a lot of the things. Working with the government is not an issue with any party, but in accordance with the party's rules. I think that's where the problems comes in. So I think what Wanga is doing is a good thing to me. I don't see any problem, and people should not have problem.
I think you're somehow right, but
kama haiwezi kutembea kama hakuna nidhamu, watu hawafuati sheria, inakuwa ni kama soko. Hapana, chama mpaka iwe chama ambayo wanachama wanaelewana vizuri. Tukitaka kufanya kitu tunasema tunafanya namna hii. Ukitaka kufanya kitu kama mwanachama mpaka ushauri na wale wenzako wengine. Wewe kujitoka tu peke yako unasema mimi naenda pande nyingine. Na katiba mpya hii, mpango yote ya maendeleo inapangwa na bunge. Sasa wewe unajitokeza kisirisiri usiku, unasikia umeitwa sijui na nani, waziri fulani, sijui permanent secretary, hatumaenda Ikulu. Hakuna mtu anataka usiende Ikulu. Lakini mwambie chama mimi nataka nimealikwa kule ili tushauriane. Naenda kufanya nini? Mimi naenda kutafuta maendeleo. Kwa sababu kama ilikuwa ni kitu ya wazi, unaleta hiyo kitu watu wanashauriana, alafu wanakubaliana ati hii na hii. Ukienda kule sasa wewe unaongea lugha tofauti na watu. Umeingia pande ile, unaona wale bado tunamanyana na wao, na wewe umeingia pande ile sasa wewe unaunga wao mkono. Sasa wewe umekiuka ahadi ya wananchi. Umekuwa msaliti. Umefanya kitendo cha usalata. Na usalata ndio hatutaki. Maana sasa wewe huko miongoni mwetu hapa na pande ile nyingine wewe unaongea na unafanya adui yetu. Hiyo si sawa. Kama wale wanataka kufanya kazi na chama chetu, wanakuja kwa mlango ya mbele direct, wanaongea na viongozi wa chama chetu, alafu tunaelewana. Lakini ukiingia kule kwa dirisha, unakwenda unachukua wabunge wetu na wale ati MCS na kadhalika, hiyo ni vitendo cha usalata. Ni usalata hatutaki. Ndio sababu tumesema tunachukua hatua ya kinidhamu dhidi ya wale ambao tumeona wanakiuka maagano na wananchi, wale ambao wanataka kusaliti chama chetu. Ndio sababu tumesema wewe ni msaliti, kaa kando.
Sasa umesikia kile baba anasema ama mwenyekiti ODM anasema kwamba kwenda kwa Ikulu si shida. Shida ni unaenda kivipi? Kwa sababu kuna chama ambayo ilikuleta hapa ili uweze kufanyia kazi. Hii chama ambayo unaenda kwake haikukuleta kwa kazi. Ile kuleta kwa kazi lazima utii sheria. Na hiyo ndio nasema, na that's what I was saying. Ya kwamba these guys, they did nothing wrong. Going to State House is not wrong, is not bad. But how do you go? Because remember, you are not a UDA person. You are not a Kenya Kwanza person. You are an ODM, you are an Azimio colleague. What you need to do, you need to consult. Why do you want to go there? You are invited. You need to consult other and then you agree on. But these people, you go there and then you come back again talking badly. You want to bring issues. You want people to see you, man. I think that's what Baba is saying, and that's exactly what I was saying. So nafikiria kwamba watu walifanya vibaya na wanafaa hata kuvutwa kwamba hata waweze kutolewa kwa chama, watu warudi uchaguzi, kwa sababu kulingana na walichaguliwa na hii chama. Na haiwezi kumaliza hata miezi miwili watu wameanza kuongea vibaya kuhusu chama. Iwezekani bwana, iwezekani. Na hiyo ndio watu lazima waache.
Hilary, umekataa hiyo maneno. Wewe ni mfuasi wa lisi sana wa hii chama.
Mimi hata mtu wa UDA akienda ati Azimio bwana, atoke UDA aende Azimio, achaguliwe huko ili watu waendelee.
Abaki huko. But sasa unajua kuna ile kuna kitu inaitwa freedom of association and freedom of expression. You cannot gag me and tell me that I cannot talk to the president, I cannot do anything. Especially for somebody like Jalango, a president, Karen niko kwa constituent inaitwaje? The president is the Karen. The president is a Karen resident, and the Azimio leader is also a resident in Karen, and almost everybody wale wako kwa hii siasa wanaishi pale Karen. Yeye ndio mbunge wao. So do you want to tell me that he should not consult his residents, especially the president, on matters of development?
No, umesikia vile kiongozi wa Azimio amesema hakuna mtu amekataa, lakini unapoenda pale kuna chama ili pale pia upai kuzungumza. Unaona, hiyo ndio tatizo mzalendo, kile walifanya kwenda, na hiyo tumesema ni sawa, lakini usadili nenda pale. Je, did you consult your party? Did you, because as much as you are the host, even Kaja was elected on Kenya, right? But you see, Raila was talking to him. That's a problem? It's not a problem. The thing, how do you go? Do you maintain the party's rules or you don't maintain the party? You know, Wanga akitoka hapa saa hii US, hiyo iko Amerika, akienda pale ndio DM utasikia akiimba Umabe. Hawezi imba Ud. Kwa nini? Kwa hivyo so hiyo ndio tatizo. Hiyo ndio tatizo.
Unajua hapo ndio nakataa maneno yako. Mimi nasema you know, kama wewe ni mwanachama wa, unajua kama hapa Marekani huwezi pata Republicans wanaenda kufanya kazi na Biden directly unless there is a crucial bill or there is a shutdown that they need to discuss about, and they have a bipartisan kind of talk, and they come to a conclusion that, you know, we cannot shut down the government. Let us vote this thing in and pass it so that we remain afloat for a few more days. Other than that, they cannot collaborate politically on almost everything because they have got different manifestos, different agendas that they are pushing. But once you are in the position and you're also pushing the government agenda, it means that first you don't know what you're doing. That is my take.
There's nobody's pushing government agenda. Because
you know, Hillary, when we vie for any political seat, you have your manifesto as Hillary Gondi. I have my manifesto. I get elected or you get elected. You work on the manifesto that you promise the people that you will deliver. I have my manifesto. I am now in the opposition, opposing your government, and each and everything that you are doing, because some of your policies I don't agree with them. That is the role of the minority in parliament. That is why they are criticizing the finance bill and so many other things that the government is doing. And one person I'm seeing that doing that very perfectly is one Sifuna. He has said that he's not going to Ikulu, but he will keep on criticizing Ruto's government. I think that is a plus. That is exactly what each and every, including Raila Odinga, he should borrow something from one Sifuna, who is a critic of the government. So that is my take on that particular issue.
I think that our African politics, but let us talk on Kenyan politics. Kenyan politics is diverse, and when you see all these things, these people, they have been together, by the way. All these people, they have been together. As much as they have been having political issues and everything, they have been together. The people who doesn't understand anything, it is us Mzalendo, because that's why you see we find it is so difficult for us to understand this political thing. You'll realize that even since opposition came in from 1963, when Jaramogi was working with Kenyatta, later on they disagree and everything. But you realize that Kenyatta was really respecting this guy, and they were still talking, you know, because they knew where they came from. They came in who? Moi, yes. People were not working with them, even Raila Odinga. But you realize that later on, Raila Odinga joined KANU, and they worked together for a moment. Then they departed. Kibaki came in. Kibaki worked with Raila Odinga. They ran, Raila Odinga departed, and everything. We are seeing changes going on. Uhuru came in, and everything. Ruto came in. Don't expect any changes until maybe you sleep or Jesus come back. But I want to assure you, this thing we need to understand it. It is us who are not understanding. Criticizing the government is not a bad thing. Saying what they're doing which is not right is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. But doesn't mean that as governors is so tricky. As even MPs, this government is the one who's collecting the taxes and paying you as an MP, right? And you work in committees that make sure that the government implementing issues. On those committees, when the president decides to come in, you as a Azimio team, you'll run away or you'll be there. You'll be there. So what we are saying and what you are talking about is that talking with the government, talking with the president, seeing other things being implemented is not bad as much as you are in the other side. But the thing is, when you are going there, do you obey the party rules? Do you go as individuals or you go as you represent the party? That's what is needed. So when and that's what the party leader Raila Odinga himself is talking about. He's saying that kwenda Ikulu si mbaya, lakini unapoenda, je, umeshauriana na wale wengine? Na tunaona mara mingi bwana Raila Odinga ambaye ni kiongozi wa Azimio anapoenda pale, unapata ya kwamba timu yake wako nao, kwa sababu inamaanisha kwamba wameshauriana na usikii wakipiga kelele. Kwa sababu gani?
Wewe bwana, wewe ila usitudanganye, unatukanganya kidogo, unatukanganya, usitudanganye. Umesema Raila Odinga akienda pale, yeye huaga anaambia watu. Unajua ile handshake ya mwisho ile walifanya na Uhuru Kenyatta, hakuna ule anajua mpaka wa leo ilikuwa wamefanya handshake ya nini. Hata wandani wake ile hata hii ya Ruto ile tuna speculate hiyo handshake ilishafanyika, lakini hatujui
ya Ruto bado tunasema tu, lakini hatujui. Hiyo ni ukweli.
Hiyo ilishafanyika. Sasa
wapi
wewe tukitafuta kiti na wewe alafu useme nimeshindwa, alafu uniambie ndugu yangu wacha nikupatie kazi, unaenda unasema unanipatia kazi unanipatia kazi kama adui wako ama unanipatia kazi kama nani?
Lakini sasa unajua kupewa kazi si mbaya. Tunajua hivyo. Na Ruto pia hawezi patia huyu jamaa kazi. Ni ile tu Ruto, government ya Ruto inatakikana mtu yote, hata mimi kama that political state.
Sio mtu wote, sio mtu wote. Sikiza, Raila sio mtu wote. Raila ni kiongozi wa upinzani. Raila ni kiongozi ambaye alipewa kiti ya urais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Raila ni president of the people.
Na isitoshe, walikajiliana, walitofautiana, walitusiana, walifanya mambo mengi sana na huyu kiongozi. So bado ukae kujua hapo AU Raila alikuwa in charge of infrastructure, ile kiti ambayo alitoka haraka ile wandani wanasema alifutwa kazi na William Ruto. Sasa William Ruto ndio huyu anampatia kazi. But there's one aspect, Hillary, of William Ruto that is interesting. This guy is also bringing Uhuru Kenyatta into the politics again. And I want to tell you why he is bringing Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto, with my analysis, is trying very much to work with a united country, not say people pulling in different directions. So when he's sorted out Baba, he will sort out Uhuru Kenyatta in Mount Kenya politics and consolidate the Mount Kenya people to become one. So you hear Gachagua is saying Uhuru Kenyatta needs to come, they have a conversation to consolidate the Mount Kenya vote. That voice is from William Ruto. Hiyo sio Gachagua peke yake, hiyo ni William Ruto anawaambia ambia huyu jamaa. And I'm sure they've also had a conversation with one Uhuru on that issue. Let us get back to our main story of the day.
Yeah. Right.
Now, look at this picture. Do you know that guy?
Yeah, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, I know him.
Now, Steve Harvey, I think this was a family kind of. In my analysis, this was a family. This Ruto's children requested that they needed to see this guy called Steve Harvey. Or what do you think? I mean, what can Kenya benefit from Steve Harvey?
This is Ruto's son.
Yeah, no. These are Ruto's children.
All of them.
Yeah, I believe that one is. I believe that one is his son. I don't know who that is, but these are his children.
But I see the daughter. I see the two daughters are here. But I think this visit of US thing was so crooked, man. Ruto is sick because this one was a family visit. It was not even a state visit. I think nothing Steve can help Kenya with, because this guy is a comedian. So maybe he helps the comedians to get to be known. I don't. It's nothing in political arena. So talking about Steve Harvey in political arena, I think that is. I think it was a family visit. Like I can come from here and visit you there, then we take a photo with my family, because my family might want to meet with the owner of Africa or the CEO of Africa. So if we come there, meet you, we take up to. So it's not a bad thing. So isn't that a thing to us? It just had something to his family according to their friendship and how they do it. But Kenyans is nothing. These are just a family photo.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that this was a rather private kind of function that should not have been highlighted as a major event, that the president of the Republic of Kenya is there being seen by Steve Harvey and other jokers, you know. So that was unfortunate.
You're very right.
I think that was
this will not even be the discussion of the day.
Yeah, that should have not been the discussion of the particular day. But what do you think Kenya will benefit from this trip of the president? You are in diaspora. What would you really want the president to? What do you mean nothing?
Nothing, because what he's doing, it will have done it in Zoom. So I don't see what is benefiting Kenyans from most of the people in diaspora, and even the Kenyans who are in diaspora. I think they're sick.
Did you say that he should have done it in Zoom?
Exactly. This meeting of wasting a lot.
Yeah. Hiyo ndege unasikia ilikost wa Kenya 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion.
Because of teachers are almost going for strike because of no money, no salaries. Some children are not in school because other schools were affected by water. Some people were IDPs in those schools. We don't know where they have not even settled. Somebody using 5 million or 5 billion money to come to US to meet Stephen Harvey, to meet Kenyans, greet them. Have you seen anything there? So visiting of Ruto this time should have been done on Zoom, and that money could have done a lot to pay doctors, to settle teachers, to settle the children back home, those who are still at home because of the school were affected. I think that money could have done on something. So this visit add nothing to Kenyans' life. Nothing, both diaspora and home. And I think diasporas also, we are so idle, wasting time, because it's in there asking nonsensical. Those things we could have done on Zoom. We could have stayed in State House, then invite all the people from diaspora, then we ask him questions. That could have not value. But I think advisors of Ruto, they are sick. I think many of them have never come to US. This is an opportunity for them. They want to come to US and lead to visit. So they must push the president for them to come to the US, at least to take a photo with the Kenyans with diaspora, or they say, oh, diaspora people are supporting us. But this visit was just adding nothing That is bringing more problem to our country.
You hear, this is more than 30 people accompanied the president, including one popular comedian. I don't know who the comedian is, but
Butita. It's called Butita.
Oh, Butita.
Butita is the one.
Oh, how did you find out? Oh, okay.
No, it is there. It is there. They are getting even Avi. I think the pictures are there. When him and Ruto meeting Avi. I know. The list is there.
Oh, this guy called Butita.
Yeah.
So what kind of jokes that this guy?
You can Google him. You can Google him and put him there. I think you can Google him and put it on the screen. You see, he's a good comedian. He was in Churchill sometimes back. He was in Churchill sometimes back. He was given an award by Netflix. There's something he comes up with. I think it was last year, but one. He's doing good. He's doing good. But now Ruto carrying 30 people to come to US, wasting Kenyans' money. And these are taxpayers' money. These are the money that we send back home. Ruto is a joker, man. We need to call him. And I think I need to speak with his advisor.
No, I the whole idea is maybe what I think is
this guy.
Oh, this is the Butita guy. Now, for viewers who don't know Butita, this is Butita, the comedian that people are saying accompanied William Ruto. I have not come across his comedy. I don't know. I have not come across his comedy. But I need to look at his comedy. Maybe, I think if he won an award, then he should be very, very popular in Kenya. Personally, I have not come across his comedy, but I've seen this face. So is William Ruto trying to open the film industry to the Americans, or what is he really like trying to do here?
We don't understand. Those who are watching African give us what, because he has not explained why he carried this guy, and maybe because we are seeing Steve Harvey. Maybe Ruto invited Butita with his family to see Steve Harvey so that they can have a conversation as a family. So that was a friendship visit, which is okay, but it is so funny using Kenyans' taxpayers' money to pay his transport and all the bills and everything. That's where we went wrong. If he can use his own money and come to US and do his things, that is okay. But you cannot use state's money. And while people are suffering home, you come to US to be taking a photo. You hold your wife hands until when did you see Ruto holding the wife hands? I've never seen. This time is when you want to tell us that the love is there. The love has not been there.
Are you mad because Ruto was holding?
I'm not mad.
No?
I'm saying this is a PR thing. I'm not mad. I'll never be mad. But the thing is, Ruto visit to US this time doesn't add value to us. It's just adding problems to Kenyans, I included.
Now the government spokesman said, this is what he said, and I want to put it out there for you.
Can you put it there?
The government spokesman Isaac Mwaura emphasized that the benefits of the visits outweighs the cost of the jets, although they didn't explicitly tell us more than 30 people.
So you see, even the government spokesperson is wondering. Person that works with the president all the time is wondering, what about Hillary?
You know what I expected? And I am a bit disappointed with this trip of the president. I expected him to go to the manufacturing industries here in the US. He needed to have gone to the Ford assembling plant, things like that, and told them, you can access cheap labor in Kenya and bring one of these plants. He needed to have gone to the Amazon store and seen what is happening in Amazon and meet the Amazon CEO. You know, those are the places that the president ought to have gone to see what
you could have gone to Walmart to bring to bring out.
There's Walmart in Nigeria right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you could have come. We see meeting with the investors, but coming and visiting somebody in his home, then telling us, "Oh, you come to see Kenyans with our money." But this visit is very, very disappointing.
Silicon Valley, Silicon Valley.
This one was very disappointing, man. So in Africa, we'll call them out. Zalendo will call them and we'll call President himself. Where he goes wrong, we call him out. Where he do right, we support him 100%. We need him to come to these countries to look for investors, not to come and greet Hillary. It's okay. When you come to greet Hillary, it's okay. That is your personal journey that you need to take. But when you're using Kenyans' money, you're using Kenyans' taxpayers' money, we want to see development. This journey, nobody can tell me anything. This time, Ruto get it wrong. And we'll say it that way. And we'll never sugarcoat anything. So he'll go back to Kenya, then address people for what? But also, Ruto has been there. He has been there since 1992. He doesn't know what will happen. So let him enjoy. This guy, since he got the power, he has been traveling more than this time he stayed in Kenya. He has traveled in the last 1.5 years. He has traveled more than he has been outside that time he has been in Kenya since he was elected. So I think it is an opportunity for him. When we're going to see Ruto working after these 5 years, because in the next 5 years, God willing, when he's alive, he's going to be the president again. But it's when we're going to see Ruto. But these 5 years, I think, is one to walk and go outside as much as he can. Then in the next 5 years, now he rests. So he'll be home working.
Our country is faced with poverty, inequality. The cost of living is very, very high. And I expected the president to visit some of these places to see what these American people are doing, that is, so he can borrow to bring the cost of living, to bring the issue of inequality to a good level. Yeah, the rich are so rich, but the poor are extremely poor in Kenya. You needed to look at how to tackle poverty in our country, and the only way to tackle poverty in our country is by bringing industries that are sustainable. The film industry is good, but I still believe that we can do better than tapping into the film industry. We can look at the manufacturing industry. No economy in this world has been built without manufacturing goods. So if we cannot manufacture, then we are doing a bit of nothing. So the president, in his wisdom, we needed to look at the companies in America that are manufacturing vehicles, look at the green economy, things that can help Africa and Kenya at large, the electrical vehicles, assembly, things on those lines. Those jobs can create, those industries can create a lot of jobs in our country. So even as you visit the US, please look into those things. And again, for the governors who are accompanying the president, I want you to critically look at how devolution is working here in America. Don't just walk around taking photos in the White House and all that. go to a governor's office, ask them questions, ask them, hey, how are you coordinating with the national government? How are the funds? How are you managing? How did you stem corruption in your counties? What is how are you guys able to incorporate the police force into the county government? At the same time, the schools and everything else that is happening into the counties. So they need to see devolution 101 here in America, how it is working, how effective it is, and what they can borrow and implement in our country. So that is one important aspect that they need to have done. Hey, thank you, Goodyear. We are doing great. I hope you are fine. We want you to send those questions that you normally send so that we can answer them. This is Afrique 24. This show is a 60 minutes analysis of what is happening in our politics. We are almost done with the show, almost winding up. We have 4 minutes to go in this particular show. I wanted Hillary to say a word or two before we just wind up. Hillary, can you say something?
Yeah, thank you so much, Zalendo. And I don't think there's a music on the background. Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Zalendo, for hosting this space. And all the time we tell people, welcome people in Afrique 24, to welcome them. And here we call things the way they are. President, the leader, no matter who you are, something wrong is wrong. I want to say that it is good to visit to this country, and carrying the government or the governors is a good thing. But what you have said that we want to see these governors. They are here to learn. They are here to know how these things work. I know we are 100 years behind, but when you want to see the reports, the good reports, like Wanga, like I saw the Machakos lady, I saw the Kirinyaga lady is there. I don't know who else came. But we want to see when they're going back home, they're giving us a good report at what they have seen, what they are going to do. And this issue of coming on benchmarking is useless things also. These are ideas that we need to go away with. Because what I usually ask myself at a personal level, that where did these people benchmark to have what they have today? They become innovators. They innovate these things. So we have people who are talented back home. Let us give these people opportunity to come with ideas to build our counties, to build our country. I think that way we'll minimize money that we're using going outside and coming with new things as ourselves. We have people who have talent. We want to see these things happening in our county, in the country. We have so many people who want to work and to do things in a different way. So coming to US is not a new thing. People have come to US. People will come to US. As like the people come to Kenya, and many people will die and leave it. So I just want to say that let us be focused. Most of the government, let us be focused to our people and the life of our people. And these people being elected to work for the people. That's what we want to see. We don't want to be disappointed. Now we could have been talking about what Ruto has done for the people, what these governors are doing for the people. We want to see doctors work, teachers, schools who are affected. How do they address these issues? We are not seeing the government is addressing these issues with Zalendo. That's why we are saying that in Afrique, welcome anybody to come with the idea of how best can we approach this. And even President Ruto, I know that his people are listening to this. They should tell him that we want to see a working president, not a walking president. We want to see this visit to US is so much disappointing, and it has no value, whereby our country needs help. People are crying because of health issues, because of the education issues, because of so many things, because of housing issues. And yet the president is using a lot of money, hiring the private jet, carrying 30 people, staying in the US 5 days, eating money every day and there, It's so bad, man. So thank you so much for watching Afrique. Keep it alive all the time. And we are here 24 hours to make sure that we call it out, and we have different topics that are coming up. I know Mzalendo is going to say them, but we want to thank you so much. Good year. Thank you so much always. I know you keep it alive and you watch it live. And you can follow it in Facebook. You can go to even a YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not, and share this channel. This is channel from US and is capturing all over the world, most of Kenyans and all Africa time zones. We are here all the time, and we invite everybody to come on board and to share the best idea how we can run the Africa station. Otherwise, back to you, my host today, and God bless you, and together all the time.
All right, thank you, Hillary. Thank you so much. One thing that you said that the president needs to do the right thing, and sometimes we find maybe the advisors of the president, I don't know whether they are too old or they don't know what is happening, but right now in the world, in here where he is, the health sector is an economic driver in this country. So health alone employs about 2.75 or 2.8 million people are employed in the health sector in the US. They can borrow a leaf from the US and improve the healthcare sector in Kenya, so that we can get so many doctors and nurses into the healthcare system, and that will create a good opportunity. The more they open more hospitals, then it means that more employment will come, and a lot of revenue will be raised by these hospitals. So they don't just look at an hospital as a place where people are treated and that is it. Look at it as, as a business venture for the government and for the county, so that they can raise the much needed revenue to support the activities of government. They need also to look at the technological aspect of what is happening here in the US. The US economy is a tech economy. Look at what is there in the IT field, data security, what is driving the American economy. So, Mr. President, be on the watch out. Look at those I'm telling you, the fundamental things that drive the economy of this country. Construction, that is one of the areas that this country thrives in. Everywhere you go, you see construction. Where you are seeing people building, and they have made sure that the cost of construction is affordable to investors. So you need to talk to the constructors to find a way of how they can come and invest, so that we can have people putting up, buildings and infrastructure, roads, bridges, and things like that. So these are some of the areas that we need to tap in. Retail, consumer products here drives the economy. Things like sales. I saw you pick for a job for AT&T, so that they can have a call center in Kenya. Yes, those are jobs that drive the economy, but not very, very, very much like the things I'm telling you right now. Healthcare, technology, non-durable manufacturing. Those are the things that those are the main things why this country is a superpower. And most countries want to hack the American economy. So even if you are touring with your entourage over that about 30 people, msikule tu mabaga hapa America, McDonald's ndio mnashinda kukula mabaga. Make sure that you visit these other places, and it is also important that Rigudia is asking. I heard that the health minister resigned. Mzalendo, is it true? No, I've not heard of that. That is news. Otherwise, we would have broken it out for you here in Africa. The health minister in Kenya did not did not resign. I've not heard about that. Let me not speculate. Maybe we are behind the news, but most of the time we want you to be updated on each and every news that is happening. Maybe Hillary has got some information in that, but I doubt. Whether the health minister Nakumincha resign? No. Kenya people don't resign. They don't resign until they die. They don't resign until they're taken through the processes and humiliated and told that they stole so much. They'll still hang on that particular job. So guys, thank you for being locked on Africa for 1 hour. This is your show. This is where we tell you the right thing and we give you solutions. We don't just have a talk show where we don't have solutions to the problems of our country. We need to always talk and give the government solutions that are important to our country. Thank you, Goodyear, for being part of this family. I'm soon joining you up there on the membership. Hillary, you need to join Goodyear on the membership for Africa. It's only $2 per month. That one you can afford, or 90 cents per month. That one you can afford. Just subscribe on Africa and be a member and warm up with Hillary, with Goodyear up there. Goodyear has been very, very supportive. She's the number one fan of Africa, and definitely she'll get the number one amper when we reach that stage of giving out gifts for our members of Africa. Thank you, Leo, for being also part of this wonderful team. Asante sana. I can see you hapo kwa background. Na wengine wale walikuwa hapo awali, Penny Nyagaka, our elder here in Africa. Thank you for your guidance and prayer. Sometimes we need you to be the member of Africa up there so that we can support some of the causes. To the family of Africa, we will soon be engaging the Hope Presbyterian Church, who normally do mission activities in parts of Njoro, Rift Valley area. They have a relief thing that is going on to support the people of Mai Mahiu. They will be running that program. Remember, we had told you earlier on that we needed to start a pay bill number that is targeted. I personally didn't want it to be a personal number for someone, but we wanted to target the donations to an organization that already has structure, so that whenever you give cheerfully, you know that your money is going to a particular cause and is really going to help the needy. Remember, some of these children are homeless. Some of them have been living in shelters, and we don't know when the rains are coming back. I see Azimio ODM started something that is wonderful. I saw Sifuna and his group having some donations. They have done a good job. When people do a good job, we congratulate them. So Sifuna and your group, continue doing that. I hope it's not for politics, but it is for charity, to help the needy, to help those who have been affected. And Mr. President, if you had promised that you're giving 10,000 to the victims of Mathare, they have not received that money. You need to do something about the money that you promised the people of Mathare. So, Mr. President, if you are listening, or if your handlers are listening to Africa this evening, please, we need that money to reach those households as you had promised. So we will not let our people down, especially those who watch Africa. Continue subscribing and being part of this family. We want to see a society where at least people are equal. We want to see a society where children are not going hungry. We want to see a society where children are going to school. We want to see a society where we are secure to do business. We want to see a society where you can thrive, where we are comfortable. That is the kind of Kenya that we want. And thank you once again, Goodia. Thank you, Hilary, for being part of this wonderful family. We don't take this for granted. Your time here on Africa, we really appreciate you, and God bless you and your family wherever you are. I wish you a good night, and tuonane jioni wakati wa hiyo show ingine brought to you by one other than Leo Nyabaya. Leo will be joining you shortly to analyze from where we had left. Otherwise, thank you very much, and karibuni tena Afrika.
Endless Romance, presented by the dynamic trio Maggie Knox, MC Jesse, and Annie Oweri. Bed of Roses promises to be your weekly dose of heartwarming stories, insightful discussions, and expert advice on matters of the heart. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or simply love a good love story, this is the show for you. Don't miss out on the chance to unwind and indulge in the joys and challenges of love, all brought to you by our talented hosts. Tune into Africa 24 every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and let us guide you through the enchanting world of Bed of Roses. Subscribe now and mark your calendars. You don't want to miss this. See you